And let the people decide if he a biter or if he authentic.
Accusing him of jacking his flow and style, which goes beyond just his beef with Drake. After a long wait since Drake dropped Family Matters, A$AP Rocky has finally decided to share his thoughts in his new track. It's also a clever way for Rocky to build excitement for his upcoming album, which is just around the corner. Hijack goes beyond merely addressing Drake. It feels like Rocky is laying the groundwork for something much bigger down the line. To really grasp what Rocky is saying to Drake in this track, we need to dive into its deeper meaning. The song has a symbolic and intentional vibe.
Beat is beautiful.
And I stole the flow and y'all like that? Okay.
Who?
Okay.
Who?
And I'm right back. A$AP.
Especially when you consider its sound, which aligns more with Rocky's earlier style rather than the experimental direction of his last album. After waiting 6 years for new music from him, it seems like Rocky is eager to tell his story again. This track aims to show that he's returning to his roots while also evolving from his past work. The overall feel and message suggest he's reclaiming something that belongs to him.
Let Shorty rock, and let the people decide if he a biter or if he authentic.
While there are several targets in his sights, the most apparent one is Drake, as Rocky hints at their rivalry without directly naming him. Right after Family Matters, where Drake definitely threw some lyrical shade at Rocky, Rocky doesn't just fire back at every single jab Drake made. Instead, he rises above the drama and flexes about his lifestyle, which is not only extravagant but also plays into a common hip-hop theme that Drake has been leaning on lately. Rocky takes it a step further by boasting about being a trendsetter in hip-hop culture, from his unique sound to his fashion choices. He's got a point, especially considering his influence in music and fashion. These lines really resonate. Plus, the pride and confidence Rocky exudes, combined with the track's spacey beat, create an awesome vibe. This is where we really start to see Rocky ramping up his focus on Drake, as he seems to be getting more specific with his targets. Rocky uses the term boy, which is famously Drake's nickname. This feels like a clear shot aimed at stirring things up, but it also gives us insight into Rocky's strategy for taking on Drake in this beef. It's smart for a couple of reasons. First, it's a jab at Drake about Rihanna, reminding him that she wasn't the only one who got away, and now she's with someone he used to work with closely before things went south. These lines are definitely aimed at Drake, but they're not strong enough to provoke an immediate response. Then Rocky hints that another track is on the way, putting Drake in a position where he has to sit tight and see what Rocky's next move will be. If Drake reacts at all, it'll show just how much losing Rihanna has affected him. Right now, these disses might not be shaking up the genre with their lyrical power. If he responds now, it'll just highlight how insecure he is. So, his best move is to sit tight and see what Rocky has to say next. But while this track is clearly aimed at Drake, if you listen closely, you'll catch hints that Rocky is also gearing up to call out Travis Scott on a bigger scale in his upcoming album. Accusing him of jacking his flow and style, which goes beyond just his beef with Drake. A lot of the energy in this track seems to be focused on reclaiming the flow and style that Rocky originally brought to the scene. It's a well-known fact that Travis has faced criticism for borrowing from Rocky, and this isn't the first time Rocky has called him out. He did it during a preview at Rolling Loud 2023. While we can't predict how this beef will unfold, it's clear that Rocky is taking aim at two different rappers for different reasons, and the symbolism and disses throughout the track really highlight that. The title of the song, Hijack, might just be a subtle dig at Travis Scott, since we all know Travis goes by Cactus Jack. It feels like Rocky could be signaling that he's reclaiming what Travis has taken from him. This gives off the vibe that when the album drops, Travis should be on his toes because Rocky seems ready to settle the score not just about who's the better artist, but also to show that he's the one who really started the trends they're both writing. But for Rocky to really make an impact, he's going to need to come hard against both Drake and Travis. Given how massive Drake's fan base is and their eagerness for a win after the beef, plus Travis's recent success with his last two albums being hailed as classics and his ability to sell out shows like few others, Rocky's got a tough road ahead. I really hope he's prepared for this challenge because if ASAP can take on two titans like Drake and Travis, he'll create a moment in rap that people will be talking about for ages. After being out of the spotlight for a while and with so many folks wondering about Rocky's talent, he's about to cement his status as one of the top rappers of this era. Even after nearly 15 years in the game, he still brings a lot to the table. What are your thoughts on A$AP Rocky's latest track and his shots at Drake and Travis Scott? I'm eager to see your comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more rap content from Flame TV.